Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to Divas Den on IntellectualRadio.com. I am your host, the Boss Lady, and I have the Diva
Good morning.
and our special Charles Hughes Jr. of Two Man Production, CEO.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Choo-choo.
Glad to have Mr. Two Man Production in house with us today. A supporter of Divas Den, a supporter of Divas Inc., a supporter of Vicky and Madeline.
Yes,
he is
yes.
there. We're going to talk to him more, the second part of our show, about Two Man Production and what it's all about and what he has to offer in regards to his services for those who need it, as well as, he has provided many services for us,
Services.
me personally, and we will talk about that.
Since we're on the topic of services, one of the services that he does provide for us is that he may help out in need. Seriously, on a serious note, he may help out in time of need as far as like funeral arrangements and services, which could also be a part of Two Man's production. Say,
Right.
look, this thing is about to be big. You know what I'm
service.
saying?
It's
So
service-based.
it's just services because people, your mother, my pastor teaches us, people need you when they need you.
Exactly.
So, we've needed him for several services of ours. It's speaking of services. I know you got that plan, but services. I don't know which one to talk about.
I was trying to finish my introduction, but thank you
sorry.
that have tuned in to IntellectualRadio.com, Divas Den. We stream live 24/7. We have shows, all day for you. And not only do we have shows for you all day, 24/7, great shows. We have some great hosts. I think over 70 hosts. We have two studios within
one studio.
Yes. And three, matter of fact. Earl, the producer, correct me. We have three, actually. So we are growing and expanding. So if you're interested in doing the show, don't hesitate to reach out to Earl Winfrey at 708-223-8593.
Check you out.
Yes, I'm learning. I don't know if you tune in to, Earl post all these comments and some things that we should do better as we improve on being a radio host, a personality. So I actually read it and try. And I told him that I'm working on one of the things that he shared yesterday.
So hands up to Earl Winfrey for educating us and laying the foundation that we need to become better and greater radio personalities. I will look upon this moment as a great one. When I get higher standing, I'm going to give him his full pledge endorsement.
And speaking of Earl Winfrey, tomorrow is his birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Earl Winfrey. The other
Happy
Winfrey.
birthday.
The other Winfrey.
Happy birthday to you
and many more. Y'all, we geeked this morning.
Yes,
I
we
gotta
are.
have
Yes, we
my
are.
coffee. I'm kind of on 10. But so back to you, Diva. You share all you want to share, okay? We moving on.
We got to give honor today to legendary Aretha Franklin.
Yes.
Passed away on Thursday, August 16, 2018, with her close friends and family by her side in her Detroit home from pancreatic cancer. Oh, I hate that last part. Cancer is a
beast. Beast.
And that's what my dad had. So,
my God.
I totally
didn't know
understand.
that.
Yes. Yes.
You just put another level on this for me.
Yeah. But God is good.
God is good. Now, we're going to talk about some accomplishments that Aretha made during her lifetime. She was dubbed as the Queen of Soul in 1967.
Correct.
1967, almost 50 years ago.
A twinkle in my mama's eye. Yeah.
I was. No, I was baking.
You was baking?
I was baking.
I wasn't thought of.
So I was baking while Aretha was making moves, She was the first of few that was able to cross over from R&B to pop to jazz to gospel and disco. A black woman.
Yes.
Some of her hits was, Respect. RESPECT.
The woman's theme song.
Sock it to me, sock it to me, sock it to me. Just a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay. You make me feel, you make me feel like a natural woman.
Yes.
Okay.
You make me feel.
One that in this record put her on the chart. I never loved a man the way that I love you. So you got to listen to these songs. Aretha sang from her heart. She sang from experience.
That's because those songs lyrics made sense.
Yes.
And it's one that people need to continue to listen. A Chain of Fools. Because she talk about some food. She talk about being
Keep going. Keep going, please.
Until you come back to me. I love you, and you. That's what her recording took a slight downfall. Her records were hardly being played. Everybody go through some stuff.
Correct.
So in 1980, it's because of management, which she experienced back in that day, being a black woman, people taking advantage of her. So she moved to Atlantic Labels and then went to Aristotle with Clyde Davis.
That's what she moved.
And history repeated itself.
Yep.
That Clyde Davis is the Boston baby. The collaboration paid. What's funny?
Nothing.
Because I'm just excited. You never seen me.
Oh my God, it's so awesome.
I love Aretha Franklin.
Yes, me too.
I'm glad I love her.
Aretha went on to make hits. Jump to It. Who is zooming? Who? That's right. And Freeway of Love. I always thought that record was called the Pink Cadillac, but she talks about that pink Cadillac in the Freeway of Love.
Everybody thought that.
I'm like, Freeway of Love.
Freeway
of Love.
Cadillac. That was my cut.
Y'all gonna make me go home and
that
blast Aretha.
We should get a pink Cadillac and drive down Route 66. I'm talking about me and Madeline.
No, y'all should
66.
Finish reading.
She had
that's the truck route. Truckers don't want to see that pink Cadillac.
Yes, they do, baby. We'll get a lot of action on that pink Cadillac.
Wrong type of action.
The boss lady at the Diva. Oh,
baby. Okay, we're
gonna videotape this. All right, let's go. What y'all want to do? Y'all here, Shoe Man Production. We're gonna get a pink Cadillac.
Franklin challenge. Y'all ready? She had 44 Grammy nominations, winning 18 of them. That's a lot. And she was the first woman, whether black or white, to be inducted into the Rock and Roll
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame in 1987.
Yes, that's key.
That is key. It didn't matter. She broke the barrier for all women.
She was the first.
What I found about her, that she was a woman who was a diva in her own rights.
Yes. That with her
them heads,
she loved to perform.
It could be 90 degrees outside, and Aretha was gonna sing and shout. And she had footwork too. I was watching some of these videos. That's come from the church background.
Yes.
That came from the church background. She was a singer at an early age. But when we're going to move on, but one of the things that I read about Aretha is that after being financially challenged with all the money that she had made, she started, before she would even sing, they had to give her $25,000 of her money up front. And that was and it wasn't to benefit her. It's so that she would have money to pay everybody on the road. Right. And then they would give her the rest in the check. But she wanted that money up front to take care of her people. And that's a valid, that's a good thing, because she like, what's my motto?
If I eat, we all eat.
And
that's
she made sure that happened with her people.
Yes. And the tributes that has been done on CNN, but I want you to touch on that one too. But
Lord,
on CNN, and some of the ones who did a great tribute to her, which is so wonderful.
Yes.
But that's one of the parts that I love most, when they talk about the purses, and her purses got better and bigger
because she had to
perform. She had to get that money
in her purse,
because there were times where she would get,
they wouldn't pay her.
Not only her, but they wouldn't pay a lot of the African American,
you could say black,
or African American black singers or performers, and they would stiff them.
Yeah.
So she wanted to make sure
before she went on stage, she got her money, got the majority part of her money.
Got her money. So that's an awesome thing.
So it's a business decision.
Said about honoring. And it's good because they're still playing and honoring her. We was listening to her music on the way here. But this one network, the fake news network, Fox 32. Oh my God.
Tell us about it.
So I'm looking, I'm researching, I'm going through it, and I see Fox News apologizing, sent the apology to Patti LaBelle for mistaking her for Aretha Franklin. I pull up the picture. Who is the picture of? Gladys Knight.
I thought I was the only person that saw that.
You just disrespected three black women. We do not. Trust me, people.
We don't all
look at us.
Y'all don't look
we
alike.
don't all look alike. We may have the same hair sometimes, but we do not all. You just disrespected three women.
Three great women.
Three great singers that paved the way for these young singers.
And that's by them being Fox, that should never happen.
Somebody,
you have a music department.
Somebody need a butt whoop. Somebody need a good whoop.
Somebody need to be fired.
And somebody, but they need their butt whoop for that one, and they need to be fired. I don't like telling people that they lose their jobs. You just okay. We gonna go ahead on. Anything else you want to say about Aretha Franklin?
But the funny thing about that, think about that. Fox was posting all on the shows and everything, pictures of Aretha. So you mean when they did the thing, somebody did say, "Oh, this not Aretha"?
Man, maybe somebody had some
fake news,
or something. Or
fake
I don't know.
Fake news and fake people go hand in hand. I can agree with Trump. 45, when he said fake news.
Them his people, whatever.
He fake, they fake. Sorry, Mr. Trump.
The White House was behind it. I'm just speaking of the White House. Foolery nonstop in that White House. I'm entertained every day. Every day when I wake up in the morning, I gotta turn to CNN.
I love to see him because he does some of the most craziest things. I wait to see what is this man gonna do next. What is he gonna say next? What is Twitter gonna blow up with
That's
him
always
saying?
Got something. He's saying something.
Now, okay.
Madam, what happened?
Number 45
what happened
in the
to
White
this?
House. Hold on. Number 45 in the house. 45. This man has had over 4,000. I think I wrote that right. I was like, am I looking at the number right? False or misleading claims
That he came out of his mouth.
He has been in office how many days?
I don't know.
About 558 days. Of those 558 days, he has been at the golf course 148 of those days.
So he really, never mind.
What
has he been doing? Who's running the country?
Well, first of all, unhinged.
Are we on automatic? The company been run automatic?
Yes, the White House is being run automatic, and that leads me to the revoking of the clearances of people who has worked in the White House, part of the White House. They kicked Omarosa up out of that White House, but people may not like her. I had the opportunity to meet this lady one time, and one time only. And I don't care if I'll never meet her again. But I'm going to have to say what? She playing the game with them. They got the wrong one this time.
Yes,
with this unhinged book. Okay,
Omarosa going to find herself roasted somewhere. That's what's going to happen.
Or missing.
Roasted, missing.
I mean, when she came out with the tapes, they just come in one by one. Now, she has about, they say, 200 tapes. Could you imagine working in a White House with this woman? And the White House is they on pins and needles because they don't know.
They don't know what she got.
Right. What they were saying. And I'm telling you, if I was working in the White House with her, I would have been looking at her like this at the water cooler. No, I'm going the other way.
You really can't play with black folks though, because we know we may get got at the end. But we gonna take a few of this.
Somebody coming down with us. Some people coming down with us.
Right. You know, we got that what you call it, that little extra in the back of our pockets, in the back of our minds, and we will tape. Black folks will tape. We go video, we go tape, we go record. We gonna do all that.
We're gonna be prepared,
and we gonna save it.
But you know why? That's because society has made us that way.
Unfortunately.
How many times have you been in a meeting and they talking and everything, then you walk out, if you didn't get it in black and white, everybody forget what we talked about in the meeting.
And I will hear many a times in corporate America, Madeline, CYA. What? Cover your ass. I mean, seriously, I was told that. I'm sorry. Yeah, I can.
Too late now.
You're right. That's what was told. I would hear that all the time.
You have to document.
So here you go. You set up folders and you set up folders and you put emails that may, to make sure that you cover. And that's what she's doing. She's covering herself. And then did you hear the tape about the tape on her speaking and the daughter-in-law? They was trying to hush her by telling her she can work on 2019, I think, campaign or the next campaign. And they was going to pay her after she got fired. They were going to pay her about $15,000 a month to do what? Would you take that $15,000? Would you just hush and play the game and took that about $15,000 a month to work with the Trump campaign after you were kicked out of the White House?
They better not fire me, because if they fire me, it'll be Unleashed 2 on a mad black woman. So I'm gonna get that $15,000. I'm gonna pay Trump money. I'm gonna be quiet, but I'm gonna be doing what she was doing, recording.
You gonna walk in there? They're gonna be winding her down. She can't bring nothing.
Hey, you know what? I know
she probably be budgeting.
I know people that know people
because they not gonna let her bring. Would you trust
my earring? I know people that know people. Excuse me. I know people that know people that know people that know people that know those people underneath the ground. If there's a will, there's a way.
And I tell you, with technology these days, you can have a camera in your pen, a hair piece, whatever, your earring.
Well, y'all can't put it in the weave.
Wait a minute. That's another subject.
I'm just saying. A nice little piece right there.
I just had a conversation with a person about weave. Don't talk about a black woman her weave, because I wear weave. I will cut my hair to get a style. And if it don't look right, short one day, long the other day. Short hair, long hair, I don't care.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
You can put a camera in short hair.
So you would take that $15,000?
I'd take all Trump money and blackmail them all at the same time. Everybody in there. I would have something on everybody.
But I tell you,
Ivana too. She'll be back over there where she lives in. Messing with me. Stop it. Be over looking for folks.
But it is interesting. And I know many of us, when I went to her website or her Facebook page, Amorosa, and the comments that was made by many of Black people, African American people, about they're not buying her books. She has misplaced loyalty, and the president calling her a loser.
Right, you gonna call me?
Did she lose her black card?
As long as she don't have anything about me, I don't. As long as it's all about the White House, she good with me. It is what it is.
I'm interested about the I want to
see what she was taping.
It is what it is. I mean, it's just life.
But she knew that this day was coming, so she prepared herself. The thing is, people fail to realize it is not the White House, it is not the government. These people are actually thinking they are on a reality show. Mm-hmm. That's what this whole government and the president.
He's a circus.
He think he's doing the apprentice. How many people he done fired since he been there? He just looking at him. You fired. You're fired.
That was the name of his show.
Right, The Apprentice. You're fired.
That was it.
It's just a higher level, right?
No, it's just at a higher level. It's all a joke.
Power and he just wants to bully
his own self. Can we go on? Let's go. You know what? Since we're on the road, we gonna get to the Divas stuff, but we're talking about services today and providing services. Let's elaborate on the service that we had it was serious, y'all. But some things happened at the services that we gonna
touch on that after the break.
Okay, but can we talk about
Diva? We're gonna talk about Diva. Then we will touch on that after the break. Cause I got to set that up, right?
You gotta set it up right.
I gotta set it up right.
It ain't no right way to set it up. It wasn't right.
I got to.
Okay, I'm gonna let you think about it while I talk about it. Anyway, here's some things that are going on with Divas Inc. Traveling D. our little dog, our little mascot.
Where's she at?
Excuse me. She has completed one of her two. Actually, she's complete. Is she at your house? Is she back?
Yeah, she back.
Okay. She has completed.
And y'all owe me rent too.
2 of her many adventures traveling the world. She spent 3 weeks in Ireland with the O'Brien family. Give a shout out to the O'Brien family.
Yes, that's nice.
She visited the famous cliff of Morar, and she walked a wooden path, which was about 7 miles long. I don't think they walked the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
These are some popular tourist sites and attractions there. She went and she even worked on a family farm. I'm not going to get into much with that because they had my dog picking cotton. I don't know what that was all about.
It was a cotton farm. It's a dog. German Shepherd. That's all.
I'm going to leave that alone. I mean, she looked pretty in the cotton field, but...
read if you're going to leave it alone. Give me flashbacks here. Just read.
That's what I did too.
Just read.
Traveling D is now back from Miami, South Beach in Florida with the Holland family, soaking up some sun. September, Traveling D will be headed out to the DR, and that's the Dominican Republic.
One of my favorite vacations.
She will be on the beaches of Punta Cana. Hey. Wow. After that, she will be shipped out to Texas to spend a week or two with the Rankins family. Then she's going across sea to Japan. When Traveling D returns to the States, she will spend some time in Tuskegee, Alabama on the TU campus.
TU?
This dog is traveling. Yes. And she is our
passport.
She's our she is. Okay. She is our passport to the places that our young participants think and dream of going to one day. Excellent. So she's part of our curriculum. When she comes back from each place that she's been, we'll map it out and we'll talk about some of the things that are there and the importance of some of the places that she's been. If any of our listeners are interested, you can help us with sponsoring a trip for Traveling D. D, again, is our passport to exploring the world, taking us to places that we think about and dream of going. Please go to Traveling D page. She has a page, y'all, on Facebook, Traveling D. Send us a message or call us. Email us or inbox us. Our number is 1-855-462-3482. Our email address is divas@divas-inc.org. Our website is divas-inc.org. She is also planning on going to LA, where we're getting contact with a person that is going to do a documentary on these traveling.
Cool.
So be looking out for that. Save the date. Thursday, August 23rd. Divas will be at the Richard M. Daley Library, 733 North Kennedy with our teen talk. Let's talk about it from 4:30 to 6 p.m. Bring your teens out. We talk a lot about it. We have a lot of interesting topics. We talk about current events. The purpose of this is just being able to sit down with a bunch of our youth and letting them express themselves about current things that are happening on the news, in their community, and things of that nature.
Very important because most of them don't have an avenue to talk.
No, they don't, because a lot of people don't want to have time to listen to them. And I found that sometimes I don't even run the talk show. I mean, the talk session. Mm-hmm. They get involved and they just start talking.
And that's good. That's the thing. They don't want to hear us all the time, know, and what we have done, what we haven't done. They want to be able to share how they feel. And it's so important.
And it's so different now.
Yes.
Yes. That I'm talking about, they looking like, what happened at? Mm-hmm. And then I'm on the same end. I'm looking at them like, y'all do that? But, things have changed. And I think that is one of the things that we need to do. We need to get in tune with our youth and bridge that gap, because there's a big gap.
You got to look at it. When we're in Chicago, when the Bulls won their championships, how great Michael Jordan is, you was able to be more physical defensively. It was a tougher style. Now you fast forward to Golden State. It's a loose defensive field. They're shooting threes. It's the same game. Different rules. And so the players have to adapt. So they always comparing LeBron with Mike and all this. Same thing with life. We grew up a certain way, but these kids are growing up a different way.
True.
And if you don't understand the rules of today's game, you can't compare the way we grew up. We could go to the park, go to the corner store, go get some cheese fries, and come on back home and sit on the porch. Worst thing we had to do is worry about getting home before the street lights came on.
Yes, in most cases. Yes.
Most of these kids can't walk 3 blocks, let alone 3 houses, without some issue happening. Have you seen somebody shot in front of you?
Not growing up.
No, don't care to.
But you know, some of these kids have seen it.
Yeah.
Yes, they've been
Many.
actually standing next to them.
And they're starting, about to go back to school. And there is fear. All young people have fear. I mean, in Chicago, in the last couple of weeks or so, over 50 now, almost close to 60 or 70 shootings in the city of Chicago.
My daughter Chanel was playing with Western House. They was playing a summer game at the Dome. They were shooting at the Dome Wednesday.
Yes.
We left out of there. My buddy hit me up and said, man, they were shooting at the Dome. We had pulled off.
And they claim it was an 11-year-old child who had the gun.
We have to continue to pray and watch over our children, take our communities back.
We have to continue to pray, but prayer without works is dead.
Exactly. I don't disagree, and you are right about that.
Well, we ain't even gonna talk about that because you know me, I would go completely off about that type of stuff. Right, we're
gonna say that for another show.
Well, call me back when y'all get on that one because that's mine.
Okay. So let's get back. We keep venturing off here. Saturday, October 20th.
October 20th.
Yes.
Divas Inc. 7th.
7. Yes.
And what's the biblical expression for the number 7?
Oh man, I forgot to say.
Year of completion.
Yep.
And I'm not a Bible scholar.
I got like 10 things on my mind right now.
Right.
Year of completion. Our 7th annual Pretty in Pink affair is happening at the Crystal Sky Banquet Hall. This is a nice banquet hall, guys.
Yes, it is.
Mr. George, not only is he handsome, but he's cool.
He's real cool.
He too cool.
He smooth. Your brother.
Located in McCook, Illinois. We will be there from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. And if you arrive early at 4:30, guess what? You get to strut down the pink runway.
Yes.
In a photo shoot.
Awesome.
Something different. Now I'm going to tell y'all this. We're going to talk about that too. I'm going to tell y'all this.
I don't know how that got through. It wasn't me.
All right. That was right on time. The pink runway. I talked to the entertainer that's going to come and be our entertainment tonight. And I promise you, if this man was not in character, my name is not Vicky. I can't tell you who he's going to be because it's a surprise. But his voice illuminated his character. And I'm thinking, oh my God, are you serious? Are you talking to me in character? For 30 minutes, he talked to me in character.
Oh,
I was blown away.
This is going to be great.
I wish I could. If I try to imitate him, then people are gonna know who it is.
Don't do it.
But I was like,
they just have to wait year after year. The entertainment gets
and
better.
Some years is not planned.
It's not planned. It just happened, and it is a wonderful thing.
Yes.
So get dressed up in your Pretty in Pink.
So come on out, help celebrate our survivors, and pay homage to those who are no longer here with us. Tickets are on sale now for $50. You can purchase them online with Eventbrite. Type in Pretty in Pink. There will be no workshop this month for our divas. They are preparing themselves for school. But next month, we will be back at it. All this information can be seen on our website, divas-inc.org, on our Facebook pages, Divas Den and Developing Intellectual Visions and Self. Also, if you have a topic that you would like for the divas to discuss in the den, hit us up. If you would like to be a guest, hit us up.
Like our pages.
Do that too. Or you can contact on our personal pages. Here's the information. You could call us 1-855-462-3482. Our email address, divas@divas-inc.org. Our website, divas-inc.org. I'm tired now.
You tired?
But I want to touch again on, I have to give a shout out. I got to get a shout out to the Weston Lombard and the
Oh
general
yes.
manager, Mike Feigenbaum. I think I got that right.
Feigenbaum.
Because for the last,
7 years?
Yeah, they have given us, which is going to be part of our raffle, have given us a gift certificate to stay at the Weston Lombard Hotel.
Yeah, one night.
So
one night only.
We definitely appreciate that, and more nice raffles to come.
Yes.
So we are going to take a short break, and will be right back. So thank you for tuning in to Divas Den on IntellectualRadio.com, where I am your host, the Boss Lady.
And I am your co-host, the Diva.
And our special guest, Charles Hughes Jr., True Man Production. We'll be right back.
Yes.
I never told you that I'm having a time of my life. Here with you, I realize it's you I've been missing. I see you as a friend that I can confide in, but you're so much more to me, baby. I don't wanna keep it in. Ooh, don't go nowhere. Don't go, baby. Nowhere. Oh, don't go nowhere. I only want to love you. Yeah. No need to look, 'cause what you need is already here. I won't take you for granted, baby. So bring your love near. You're strong, baby, but there's a tender side of you. I'll caress you gently, baby. Give you a love that's true. Don't go nowhere. Don't you ever go nowhere. Nowhere. Oh. Don't go nowhere. I wanna love you. Whenever we're together, baby, there's no end to our laughter. I love you stronger. Satisfying being in your arms. You're so right. You're so right.
Happy Saturday, and welcome back to Divas Den on IntellectualRadio.com. I am your host, the Boss Lady.
And I am your co-host, the Diva.
And we have Charles Hughes Jr. of True Man Production.
Yes.
And our special guest. He is the CEO and founder of True Man Production. And I'm going to tell you what's so great about him is he's professional. He gets the job done with love. And if you have a last minute request, which on several occasions the Boss Lady had to make that telephone call,
that ace of spade in the pocket, right? This is the type of person that you want to keep in your pocket. You just want to be able to have that number on speed dial to say, you know what, bro? Guess what? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I need you. And right now.
Yes. His talent and his skill level is amazing to me. And I tell you, he has brought so much comfort and so much help to me and my family personally from some of the services that he has provided. And unfortunately, most of them happened to funeral services. I can laugh about it now. But, over the last 5 years, I have to say that I have had plenty of loss and death. My mother, my sister, and my dad recently this year. And so he has served a purpose at each one of their services, from whether it was the organ, playing the organ, the MC, making sure that the tunes and everything is right. It's just, but this last service, I definitely have to talk about. Like I say, I can laugh about it now, And I'm sure my youngest sister probably was gonna be so mad at me when she watched this video. Like, I can't believe you said that, whatever. But it's all in love.
Did it.
And I have to say that because we have Charles Hughes Jr. on the show, that I want you guys to understand when he does business with you, he means business and he gets it done. And he's very compassionate and professional at all times. So I have to tell you guys, I need to set the stage so you can understand exactly what kind of service he provides and how great he is at it. So anyway, planning the services for my dad, you have an MC, there's a flow of the service, and you have to make sure that everything is done properly and in order, according to the word, and just order. And I am about order. I try to be as best as I can. And
the boss lady didn't have order that day.
This particular day, I was trying to have so much order, y'all don't even understand. It was so difficult because the fact that it's your own, it's your loved one, and it's already difficult and it's tough trying to get through the service. And as I was putting the service together, I thought maybe even I would have to, MC the services myself. And I'm like, I can't do this. Lord, I cannot do this.
She even thought about the diva.
I said, I can't do this. So I get on the phone after I was making some calls, and then God dropped it in my spirit to call Chew. I got to call you Chew. Chew, I've got to call you. Yeah. I had to call Chew. And talking with him just brought so much comfort and relieved so much stress at that present time as I'm trying to put a service together, help read over, make sure obituary is together, all these things, planning, helping to plan the services out with my sisters. It was so much. But after talking with him, he was like, I'm here for you. I got this. I'm like, what you need? I got this. And he had it. And his professionalism, the day of the services, my sister was going through her grief and being overwhelmed. And, she had a few. She had a few before she got to the church. And so that kind of took over her. It took over who she is. I love her. I love my baby sister. It took over her, and I'm trying to make sure that me and Chew got this eye contact as he emceeing the services, as he planned the organ. I mean, he's doing a whole bunch of stuff at this present time. My uncle, he did the eulogy. And so my uncle did the eulogy, and I'm like, my first thought, okay, uncle can do everything. And I'm like, no, uncle can't do all this because him and my dad was close, and he trying to get through the eulogy. There's no way I can have him do it. So with that being said, and the situation that happened when they asked, do anybody have anything to say about my dad? And I guess people wasn't moving fast enough. My sister just outbursts,
Don't say what she said, but just outburst.
There was an outburst. It is just a continue of things just went down, just continued on throughout the service. And I'm trying to keep my composure the best way I know how to keep my composure. And I could hear, actually, it's like I heard my daddy's voice because I told her, I leaned over and I whispered in her ear and I was like, oh, daddy would be so disappointed. I remember saying, daddy would be so disappointed. But at the same time, I'm thinking, because she's so much like him, that he probably would be laughing, say, this, I can't say what he might have said, but I was like, oh my God, but how you handled it brought comfort. And I'm sitting there feeling like, oh my God, poor Chew, because the look on your face at first, and you kept it together and kept moving.
You didn't even flinch.
You kept moving the service along. And I'm like, yes. So that brought peace to me, and I thank you for it.
You're welcome.
I want you, I'm done talking, and I want you to share with our guests, who are you and what Chew Man Production is all about.
Chew?
Who is Chew? Chew Man Productions. Well, first of all, Charles is a son of a pastor. My father was a pastor. Yes, PK kid. All. Yes. Father started the church in our basement. Moved my G.I. Joe men out the way so they could put the choir stand and the drums over there every Saturday. That made me mad, but hey. Then moved to Chicago Avenue, 5514 West Chicago Avenue. And in the process, God took him home. My mom took over the ministry.
Who I love.
Yes. And Shirley Hughes, with the help of the members, built the church where we are currently now 647 North Parkside. So I've always been in church all my life.
And that's a true statement. Some people could say that, but he's been in church all his life.
All my life. During the process, I played the organ, played the keyboard, used to play drums, got married, been married for 21 years. To Selenia Hughes. Have 3 beautiful daughters, Serena, Chanel, Karen. Yes, Vicky's cousin.
Our cousin.
The Divas cousin. So we have 3 beautiful daughters. No boys. That's it. Through. And through the process of all that in my life, 44 years old now, I learned a lot. Yeah. I learned a lot. And then I began to realize the biggest way for people to appreciate you is to help them without wanting nothing in return.
Yes.
So you got to find your niche. There's a show that my girls were watching some cartoon, and they said you find a need, fill a need. So if there's a need and you fill it, you'll always be needed.
And you are.
So
definitely
so you find
a
a
blessing,
need,
and you found your
find a
niche.
need and fill it. So Two Man Productions came about really from Rex Peel. He had many concerts, and I was always behind the stage, running backstage.
Who is Rex Peel?
Pastor Rex Peel.
Oh,
yes, okay. He had a group called Testimony that traveled teenagers like the Divas, took them to sing over Europe, everywhere, in Chicago, and he's worked with the Catholic churches a number of years. But I used to run his back behind the stage when he does his concerts.
Okay.
And so I learned how to put things together from there. Of course, church, I learned how to put things together. And then spare the moment is just like, you got to do what you got to do. So you learn to do stuff quickly. Church will teach you that in a second. You know, stuff don't work. Somebody ain't here. We got to keep it moving. And that's what I learned. And I began to use those skills. Then working with the Divas, you learn a whole lot. Especially this one sitting next to me, my left right here. You know, yes. You get those calls like, "Hey, I need this." You need it like when? Like now?
Like now.
Okay,
yes. And working with us at the Pretty in Pink affair, doing the event with the DJing. And was it a band? Was it a band, guys? 1 year?
No, but he made it seem like a band. But just anything that we ask him to do. But let's fast forward and let's talk about Two Man Production.
Okay.
So the services that you offer with Two Man Production.
Let's take Pretty in Pink. This is a good example. Pretty in Pink is an event that you guys put together. Well, say if you had the concept, but didn't want to go through all the headache and the logistics. You will call Two Man Productions. We will sit down with you, get your concept, get your budget, and say, we would do all the legwork, bring you 3 plans back to say you can do this. And this will all fit in your budget. So some people may say, I got to have a live band. Okay, so this live band is going to cost you this much, so we're going to take it away from here in this avenue. Or I got to have a DJ. Or I got to have a photo booth. So things that you have to have, then we keep those things there. And then we work around everything else to save the money. Also, we do a lot of things in-house. So where you typically have to go out of house to get, we can do it ourselves. Promote promos, commercials, shooting commercials. Of course, the band. Just everything you need, we sound. So a lot of that, you guys know about the sound.
Audio,
audio, video, everything you need. So I can either come in with you at the ground level, or if you already have your event planned, we can jump right in and help you beef up your event.
Okay, so say Divas Inc. wants to do a promotional commercial. What would Two Man Production do? How will we start that?
We would sit down, get the idea of the concept you're working on, and then we'll put 3 layouts for you. You pick the layout that you want. We'll set it up. You might want to do something outside. So if we want to do it outside, then we probably have to do it early so we won't have no cars and feedback noise. The good quality mics pick up everything. So you have to do, if you're doing it outside, we'll definitely have to do it at an early time so we won't have much noise. So the video camera, and we're not talking about the little cameras that you get from Walmart that's like $100. You're talking about the $1,500 cameras, professional cameras that newscasters use.
Yes.
So you get your colors, everything has to match. That's the key. So it'll be professional. So when it goes to editing, there's less that you have to do. Script be already written out, reading your script. If you memorize it, good. If you want background music, doing your commercial, you can do that too in post production. So it's a lot.
You also mentioned in the video that you did that you guys have music already.
Oh yeah.
Of course, you got music. Oh, yeah. So it's like a one stop shop.
That's
basically.
it. One stop shop. We take care of everything you need. Everything you need. Just recently, a young lady told me she wanted to do some music, and I got in contact with my buddy Matthew Long, and we're working on that. We're working on a stage play.
I heard
music for a stage play. Just
your conference.
Oh yes.
Go ahead. Oh, yes. This is the right time.
We have a You and I conference for couples. Here's the good part about it. Once you pay your registration for this, because there will be a deadline and it'll be up, we'll have all the information up on our sites, which is Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, our own website. All the information will be up. We're just waiting for some confirmations on a few things. But this couples retreat is to relax. Couples are right now is a dying thing.
Yeah.
Forget married.
Just couples.
Just couples in general. It's just it's so much stress. There's a lot of things going on. So sometimes you just need to unwind and be around other couples. You don't know how you may interact with another couple, but doing some things, events that we have planned, doing this couple retreat is going to make it fun. And then I also believe my philosophy is if I pay money to go to any conference, any seminar, I need to leave with something that I can have tangible. So what we're going to do is we're going to have someone there and have all the couples bring their insurance policies so they can review them to see if you got what you need for as life insurance, health insurance. Because some people got some bad policies that really.
Hope you got car insurance too.
Some people don't even have. Some people don't have car insurance, but a lot of people don't have life insurance.
Life insurance.
They got a $10,000 policy. Really, you die and your kids. What they gonna do with $10,000? What is to bury somebody now? It's $15,000, $20,000.
It can get expensive, very expensive. So there's a lot that goes along with that.
To have those policies in place, that is very important. And we're going to be also talking about investment. Everybody talks about real estate. That's a beautiful thing. We're taking it from the back end. Do you know what your credit score is? Do you know how to read your credit report?
Good research.
Those are some great workshops and seminars.
Do you know what happens when you all of a sudden go online and do this and it dings your credit? And it dings, even though they say this will not affect your credit, it affects your credit. So those are the type of information we want to bring to this you and I retreat, couples retreat. And then also part of the registration will go to having tickets for the Pretty in Pink.
Also, yay.
So Saturday night, we're going to be partying at the Pretty in Pink. Pretty in Pink. And just so y'all know, we're going to have a live band at the Pretty in Pink.
Yes.
The concept I eat, you eat. That's this thing right here.
Yes.
If I got food on my plate, he has food on his plate, and she has some too.
That's right.
And he just showed love back because he said, "Hey, cuz, True Man Production is gonna hit up the Pretty in Pink," which he always does support. He does so much with the Pretty in Pink. You guys just don't know. But now he's taking it to another level, right. Within his own company.
And BL Consulting and Services LLC will love to work with you, the boss lady.
Yes, boss lady. Yes, yes.
So we all got to eat here.
There are some things that we can do, and I actually have some ideas for you. So
I'm ready.
I can be your consultant on some of those things.
Let's go. That's what we do.
But that's exactly what we need to do as we grow and unify to help each other, businesses and organizations grow.
And when you say we, it's not just we. Yes. We're talking about we as a people.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
We got to help ourselves before others help us.
Yes.
And then another thing, some of the people that I work with, they're not family members. They're not really friends. Yeah. They're associates, but they have the same common concept. They want to be an entrepreneur and they're striving to be the best they can be. I don't want, if you depended on me for something, and I have to depend on somebody else, I don't need them to drop the ball.
Right. So I definitely let people know how can they get in contact with you if they need your services.
Okay, you can email me at chooman18, that's CHOOMAN, the numbers 18 at gmail.com. You can go to our Facebook page, Chooman Productions LLC. You can go to our Instagram page, which is Chooman Pro. You can go to our Twitter page, which is Chooman Pro. And you can go to our website, www.choomanproductions.com.
Is there, and you do a lot with your own church that you attend, which is
Inspirational Deliverance Center, Church of God in Christ.
Okay.
647 North Park.
So you the minister of music there as well?
Yes,
okay.
yes,
Play the
yes.
organ and rehearsals and all of that.
All that. Yeah.
So Chooman gets
They
it
awesome.
done.
You all have
yes.
to come out on a Sunday morning, and to hear our pastor too, because she brings a good message. But our music department,
Yeah, I have visited.
Our music They done stepped up. They done stepped up a whole lot. Our music department is hot.
Yes.
I'm telling you, they'll make you get up and go over there and just pat them on their back because they do some things.
It's unity.
Yeah.
You have Matthew Long, Curtis Waits, who's our MD, Isaiah Moore, and myself. It's just working together as one group, and that's what Chooman Production is about. Also, bringing people together to work together.
Unity. There go that word again.
We gonna
unity.
Get it together.
Yes. And not only that, I'm working on some things too that's coming. But unity is the word. It is time for us to unify on so many levels. Business in our communities. Yes. Working with our young people, changing our way of thinking, our way of living. Just the whole concept, our leadership style. If you are in a role as a leader, I have over the last few months have experienced some things with some people that are leaders and how we butt heads and just negative vibes, which it shouldn't be when it's the majority of my first time working with majority of us. The importance of us trying to come together and make it good for us, and that opportunity is there. But people have to be open-minded and to change their way of thinking in order so we all can work together and unify. And we're going to do a show before the end of the year. We will do on unity, definitely, and get deeper into that.
Can I say one thing?
Yes.
I want to say to everybody that's listening, if you know of young ladies, what's the Divas range?
11 to 21, but once a diva, always a diva.
Okay, if you know someone that's in that range, we need you guys to really put them in Divas. A lot of our my profession is a recruiter for alternative school to help kids get their high school diploma. And I constantly see young ladies coming in, enrolling, don't know where mom at, don't know where daddy at. They're doing things on their own, and they have kids. And we talking 16, 17, 18 years old. And that's all races, but it's really prevalent in African American and Hispanic races. If you know some young ladies that fits this age of the Divas, get in contact with the Divas because the Divas help.
And it doesn't have to be. We've worked with a range of different girls. We have girls that is doing exceptionally well. We have some that's struggling, but when we put them together, they help each other.
Yes.
We've had girls who college was not even an option for them, but had to be an option because that was the only way they was going to have a place to live.
Yes.
And we made sure.
Didn't y'all do something for prom for some of the Divas?
Yes, all the time. If someone needs a dress or need their hair done or things of that, we have resources and a village. We have a village of people that we can reach out to provide the resources that our young people need. Whether it's the west side, south side, call us. We will come. We will travel.
If we don't have the resources,
we can recommend someone as well.
We'll find
it. We'll come out of our pocket and we will take. We've done that a whole lot. We've come out of our own pocket to make sure that make things happen.
Right.
Yes. And it's in this time and day, it is so needed. Our young people need these opportunities. They need resources. They need so much.
They need help.
And I come in contact with some young 20-year-olds, but that need assistance or need some help or guidance.
Yes.
And we just have to be open to it. I know you guys hear us talk about this on every show. It is so needed. The conversations, and even when you're a young woman in your teen or younger, a teenager, high school, but if you haven't had the right kind of guidance and support, you become an adult or supposedly adult, but you still have those childish ways and conflict with one another and things of that sort. And we try to talk to our young women about that. But not only that, we've been blessed with some skills and some talents. And I thank God that He has put it on our hearts to use those skills and talents to help our community, to help our young people, and not just only girls. I mean, we deal strictly mainly with girls, but if we have boys, and as the teen talk, it's boys and girls that's coming to come out and share how they feel and what's going on with them. And the more they talk about it, the more we can help. But we definitely got to have an ear to listen. Less talking, listen. And when they give you the opportunity to talk, then talk, but listen first is so important. And thank you, True, like I said, for always being so supportive of us and always being so helpful in whenever we call on you or we need anything. The Diva, you got anything else to share before we leave the air?
No.
All right. So thank you. Get in contact with True Man Productions for your needs. I'm telling you, he is the man. I've been blessed to have him as part of the village and that I can call on him. We thank you, Divas Inc., that we can call on. Reach out to us if you need anything. We have nothing but love for you.
Yes.
And thank you so much for always tuning in and supporting us. So, Divas, thank you for, we're here every third Saturday of the month from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Feed your brain and get your mind right.